Guys, I will I'll I'll share with you my April Fool's my April Fool's effort. So Bernie Sanders was on The View. I believe it was earlier this morning. I think this was a Today thing. And here's the preamble. You guys ready for this? Here's the commercial set. Oh wait, no, I want to go here second. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Wrong link. We're going to go to this part of the interview second. First, let's see how the interview's set up. All right, we're going to go here first. Let's check this out. So here's how they set up Bernie Sanders' appearance. You guys ready for this? All right. Here, wait, we'll go back to the beginning. So this is how they set up Bernie Sanders' appearance on The View. Ready? Boom.
Bernie Sanders answer accusations that he's politicizing the pandemic to push his Medicare for All agenda, and that staying in the race could guarantee Trump another term. He's live on The View. Next.
Bernie Sanders, is he the worst person ever or the worst person ever? We're going to find out on The View. The, in parentheses, corporate approved View. They should really rename that show. The View from the Ivory Tower. The View that's Comcast approved. The completely disconnected View. But here we go. Here's a little bit. I mean, after that setup, I bet you're thinking, man, this is going to be a solid appearance. Well, let's watch part of it. This is a back and forth that Bernie Sanders had with Whoopi Goldberg, which, Whoopi Goldberg is a fellow comedian. And, wow, it's painful watching stuff like this. It really is. But let's go to it. Bernie Sanders on staying in the race. This is from ABC. Last I heard, people in a democracy have a right to vote. Have a right to vote for the agenda that they think can work for America, especially in this very, very difficult moment. We are assessing our campaign. All right. So here's the clip. Let's make sure the volume's up.
You intend to stay in this race for president because you believe there is a path to victory. I want to know what that path is, because this feels a little bit like it did when you didn't come out when Hillary Clinton was clearly the person folks were going for. So can you explain why you're still in the race and what this path?
Bernie won 22 states in 2016. He won 22 states. And at the end of the day, more Bernie supporters voted for Hillary Clinton than Hillary supporters voted for Obama in 2008. Bernie Sanders did nearly 40 events for Hillary Clinton, going to states that she herself didn't bother going to. Comparatively speaking, Hillary Clinton did, I believe, about 10 events for Barack Obama in 2008. Bernie Sanders did about 40 for her. I think 37 was the exact number. And he went to states that she didn't even bother going to. But people still recycle this age-old, easy-debunked talking point that it's somehow Bernie Sanders' fault that Hillary Clinton lost in 2016. And what did Bernie Sanders do in the primary against Hillary Clinton? He told the truth about her. That's it. All right. It's amazing we still have to repeat this stuff in 2020. Because establishment mouthpieces like Whoopi Goldberg will just uncritically repeat these tired, recycled talking points. But here we go.
One of the reasons, that's not quite accurate. I worked as hard as I could for Hillary Clinton. But the reason there is
Bernie, just so we're clear, you worked for Hillary, but it took you a very, very long time to hop in, and your people also. It took a very long time for them to hop in. So when I say that, that's what I'm talking about.
That's not true. It's not even true.
I don't accept that characterization. But the point is, people have a right.
Why are you still in the race?
Wow, she's real proud of herself. I don't accept that characterization is code for it. Now, what you're saying is not true. What you're saying is not true. And Whoopi Goldberg knows that. She knows that he's basically saying, yeah, that's a lie, what you're saying. That's a lie. I don't accept that characterization. Is very nice diplomatic speak for, that's not true what you're saying. That's completely inaccurate. So now, why are you still in the race? Why are you still in the race? We're in the middle of a pandemic. People are dying, and one of the reasons they're dying is because they don't have health care, because the tests aren't available, because our healthcare system is so effed up that we're not equipped to ever handle something like this. When you have a system that's just set up for profit and isn't actually set up to take care of sick people, like healthcare systems are supposed to be set up for, but when you have a system like ours that is just owned by a bunch of private corporations and it's built on profit, guess what? You know how often they're going to be able to handle a pandemic? Never. Never. They're not set up to do that. They're set up for the bottom line. So if a pandemic ever happens, they're not able to handle it. They're just not going to be able to. So this just solidifies, and again, this is something people have been saying for years, that our healthcare system is completely, not only is it morally bankrupt, but it's inefficient beyond all hell. We pay more and get less than every other industrialized country in the world. Every single other one. And now you're really seeing the effects of that firsthand when we're in the middle of a pandemic. And Bernie Sanders, only presidential nominee who's willing to do something about it. Joe Biden isn't. Donald Trump sure as hell isn't. He's also the only presidential candidate, who doesn't have a rape accusation. It's the only one. Bernie Sanders, only candidate without a rape accusation. And the only candidate who wants to do something about healthcare in this country. And Whoopi Goldberg, who is rich, none of this affects her, has her proud gotcha moment. Why are you still in the race? Huh? Whoa, boom. Yeah, all right, I'm going to play hardball now. She has like she thought of this herself. Like these aren't just recycled corporate talking points that she's just spewing. Man, you know, why would a comedian want to just spew recycled corporate talking points? Like what? It's like, you know, when I got into comedy, it's been a little while now. Never at any point did I think, man, and I didn't know where I'd go with it. I'm like, well, maybe I'm gonna be a touring stand-up. Maybe I'm gonna be on the radio. Maybe I'm gonna, you know, be a YouTuber. Maybe I'm gonna, you know, maybe I'm gonna be a writer. Never at any point was maybe I can spew corporate talking points for the corporate media. Maybe I can spew corporate talking points. And anyone who wants to shift the status quo, I can smear them and badmouth them and put up these fake gotcha moments in interviews. Maybe I can do that. Maybe that's what I'll do. I mean, it just blows my mind when I see comedians being willing mouthpieces for the establishment. Because it's like I look around and I'm like, that we should know better. We should know better. Most comedians start with nothing. Most comedians know what it's like for at least a period of time to live completely hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck. And by paycheck to paycheck, I mean gig to gig. You go from gig to gig. And who knows? Maybe some booker's going to stiff you on your money. You don't know. Maybe a check's not going to clear. You don't know. Maybe that check was what was going to pay your rent that month. Maybe you don't even have rent because you're living in your car. So when you see comedians, I mean, some of these politicians, it's like, well, I mean, a lot of them probably don't even know any better. So you're like, well, they probably, but a comedian should know better. There's never an excuse for a comedian ever. Ugh. All right, let's try to get through more of this. This is painful.
People have a right. Last I heard, people in a democracy have a right to vote, and they have a right to vote for the agenda that they think can work for America, especially in this very, very difficult moment. We are assessing our campaign, as a matter of fact, where we want to go forward. But people in a democracy do have a right to vote. And right now, in this unprecedented moment in American history, I think we need to have a very serious discussion about how we go forward. And one of the things that I am working on with other members of the Senate and Congress is a new stimulus package, which not only makes sure that all of our people in this crisis have health care, but also that they continue to receive their paycheck. We have got to understand where we are.
I wonder if she's going to say he's politicizing this now. I wonder if she's going to say that. I haven't watched this, by the way. I'm watching this for the first time with you guys live. I haven't watched this yet. So if I projectile vomit, please forgive me. It might happen.
Rent, and right now is April 1st. It is likely possible there are millions of people who cannot pay their rent, cannot pay their mortgage.
Yes.
Can't-
But wouldn't it be smarter for you to
If that
continue
happens,
on
you're gonna
that
have a run.
path
You're
to
gonna
make
have-
sure that gets done?
What does that question mean? Wouldn't it be smarter for you to continue on that path to make sure it gets done? Does anyone understand that question? Well, we'll see how he answers it. We'll see in a second. But does anybody understand that question? What does she mean? Does she mean just stay in the Senate where Bernie's outnumbered completely? He's the only member of the Senate who's different than everybody else. I mean, there's maybe a handful of others who are okay. Should he work with the House of Representatives, where, again, there's a small handful of people who actually want some type of change, some progressive change. Everybody else, happy to just do the establishment's bidding. So Bernie Sanders is completely outnumbered. The progressives in the House completely outnumbered. So how is he? Let's see his answer to this question that I'm not quite sure what the question is. Let's see how he answers this non-question.
Well, we are
As
doing it.
opposed to
Believe me,
splitting
I
the
am doing
time?
it. Our nature of our. I'm sitting in my house right now. I'm not holding a rally in Wisconsin because of the nature of campaigns. But right now, what I am primarily focusing on with other members of the Congress is a new what we call a coronavirus 4 stimulus package, which will guarantee that every worker in America continues to receive his or her paycheck, that states and cities get the kind of revenue they need to maintain their payroll and take care of the work that they have got to do. What I am very worried about
So your
is
plan
that
is to
people
stay
cannot
in,
afford
yes?
to,
She's
Yeah,
not
I
listening to a
understand
word
that
he's
we-
saying.
well, for the fourth time,
You're assessing.
we
it.
are assessing.
Okay. All right.
We are assessing our
Very
campaign.
good. Sarah, you want to intend?
Wow. She didn't listen to a word he said. She did not listen to one word that he said. You know, he's saying, well, here's what I'm trying to do. Here's the legislation I'm working on. Here's what I'm trying to do. Here's what my campaign is doing right now. And she just go, why are you staying in the race? Trump bad. Biden good. Are you staying in the race? I don't want you to stay in the race. I want somebody who talks nicer, but will still protect my tax bracket. That's what I want, because I'm rich. And I know people are dying. And I know people don't have health care. And I know that once we go back to normal, that'll still be the case. That's the thing. We don't want to go back to normal. We want to come out of this thing with a new normal. That's what we need. We need a new normal. Because it's not that, oh, a pandemic happened and our status quo is now broken. No, our status quo is broken. So now we have a pandemic and it's even worse and we have no clue how to handle it. No clue at all. That's, boy. So let's get to my April Fool's joke. The important part of all this. I don't think anyone fell for it, by the way. All right, so here was my April Fool's joke. You ready for this? Here we go. This is my April Fool's joke. And it was just a tweet. That's it. So here's what I tweeted. I'm typically not a fan, but The View did an excellent job with the Bernie Sanders interview. I'll explain my position. Thread 1 of 12. And then my next tweet, which of course it wasn't 12, it was just one other one. Nah, it was terrible. April 1st, y'all. That was my April Fool's joke. I don't think anyone. So there's more likes on the second tweet than the first one. There's, as of right now, 645 on the second tweet, 320 on the first one. That means probably nobody fell for this. Like nobody. And I didn't really get any hate here. Well, all right. So Rick Shepard says, you had me in the first half. Then I read the second thing. This person says, I love that this comment has more likes than the original tweet. And I said that just means no one fell for it. Well, the leader we need was fantastic. The questions were, of course, BS. So that person probably didn't. See, that's unclear. When somebody like actually gives a serious response, it's not clear. It's like, well, did they fall for my tweet? So I'm not sure. This hashtag we need Bernie. They might have fallen for it, but I don't think they did. This person clearly in on the joke. LOL. Saw that one coming from a mile away, y'all. Ouch. Ouch. Fair enough, Mr. Nobody. Look, I wasn't trying to have some big gotcha. I wasn't going to like actually make a 10-part thread doing the mental gymnastics to call that interview quality and then at the end be like, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean any of that. It's early in the morning. Ouch, Mr. Nobody. Ouch. All right, so I like this. This is a fun little gift there. Nice. Bro, you got me so good. We'll go ahead and like that one. I think they're just being kind, but we'll take it. Ha, ha, ha. I like it. Maybe the ad for an interview. Ha, that's funny. Not true, but funny. I was just going to watch and see him, but fuck the View. Maybe they fell for it. And then they have a little I will never vote for Joe Biden thing. LOL. Yeah, maybe a couple people kind of fell for it, but I don't think anyone really did. Here, we'll go to the first thing. This person might have. I'm going to be kind to myself. I deserve it today. Not playing anything the idiots on The View say at all. Millionaire host telling everyone else how and what to think. Exactly. That is exactly what it is. No, thank you. So they might have fallen for it. This person might have fallen. Let's see if they follow me. Maybe they unfollowed me over it. Nope, they still follow me. So they didn't fall for it. They didn't fall for it. And then shout out to Shoe on Head. June tweets, I hate today. And then I said, you did this because she did something similar. She did something similar on her Twitter. She did it late last night, and I saw it, and I like both of hers too. All right, this person saying, got my ass. This person has a Morrissey gift. GIF. Gonna like that. That By the way, I have to apologize. I know that a brain fart that I've been having recently, for some reason, is I've been saying nominee when I mean to say candidate. I don't know why. Just for some reason, I've been having that brain fart where, like, my brain says candidate, my mouth says nominee. I don't know how that bad habit started, but now I get in my head about it. My editor, Joe, pointed that out to me. I got to be more mindful of that. All right, so let's see. The Morrissey GIF, appreciate that. LMAO, 112 really got me. Yep, that was the key. All right, you got me there. Simpsons, gotta love it. They need to get you on The View, honey. You're gorgeous. Thank you, Gay Peterman. All right. Funny tweet, by the way. I was surprised to see how The View could have possibly been right on something. All right, so that person fell for it after the first one. The View, question mark, is this what the world is coming to? We are so starved for hope, it's down to The View after they don't get the genius of my goat, Norm Macdonald. I don't think this person fell for it. I think they're being sarcastic. This person might have. The View sucks. I agree. But did you fall for my April Fool's tweet? You might have. This person might have. All right, so Zeus7, maybe. But they still follow me, so I don't know. Either they forgave me for the bad take, or you know, they're just kind of like whatever. They're just responding seriously to it. I don't know. But anyway, so there you have it. That's my April Fool's. It's my USOB, you got me. Ha! All right then, commoner. LOL. You bastard, I totally clicked the thread. All right. That's funny. Fuck you. You got me so bad I was about to rage in the comments. LMAO. That's cool. Awesome. Well, there you have it.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together